and don't want to disrupt anyone who might be up right now or trying to sleep right now. Anyway, hello, I'm so excited. Before I get started on today's video, however, let me make sure that you can hear me because I don't know about you, but there's been too many times when I've done something like this and the audio was wrong, the video wasn't going for some reason. I forgot to click live. That happened. Yes, yes, it happened to me. It happens to a lot of people, actually, if I've come to find. All right, cool. I can hear myself. Wonderful. Let me bring up my notes so we can get started with today's training. All right. So with 2020, as it was, it became painstakingly clear to me that the information that I'm about to share with, well, that I am sharing, have been sharing recently, and sharing in an upcoming bootcamp, the information like Python programming needs to be shared with the masses. The impact that you could make just by the other types of jobs you could apply for, or the things you could do in your own personal life with the knowledge of programming. What's the positive change that you could make in the world with something like that? The possibilities are truly endless. And I've spoken about a few people who have done some amazing things, even at only 11 years old. Oh my gosh, so many great things. But in today's Prosperous Heart training, I'm going to share 3 reasons why you need to secure your spot in my upcoming Python Basics Bootcamp. And I'm gonna we're just gonna get started. All right, so welcome and thank you. You could literally be anywhere else right now, so I appreciate you spending your time and energy here with me today. Be sure to tag someone if you feel like they could get value from today's video. Now, before I dive into today's content, I wanted to let you know that this upcoming round of my Python Programming Basics Bootcamp, man, I gotta make a shorter title. It's now open for enrollment. It starts December 12th and runs for 3 weeks, so a month of time where you're going to learn and implement and continually get information to help you improve your coding. But the thing is that the reason why I'm sharing this right now, again, is that the price is going to go up those seats. And it's going to go up in a few days, like 3 days from today. So if you're looking to have the tech broken down into easy to understand, bite-sized pieces, BYTE, because yes, I'm a nerd like that, then head over to processheart.com/, oh, it just went by right there, Python-bootcamp, and it'll come back somewhere in that direction. So, a little bit of background about me. I have always wanted to help people. When I was younger, I wanted to be a vet and then a doctor, but the reason I couldn't be a vet, or it was the same reason, or rather, the reason I couldn't be a doctor, the same reason I couldn't be a vet, like, just, yeah, we're not going to get into that. Then I wanted to be a teacher, and finally, it just got to a point where I was like, you know what? Whatever role I create in my life, I want to create a life where my potential future children won't have to worry about money, and I will be living a happy and healthy life. And so that journey has led me to some really wonderful, interesting turns in my career. And I want to share some of that with those who are looking to dive into technology a little bit more, right? So my subsequent journey has actually illuminated 3 big passions in life for me. The first being that I'm really passionate about empowering others to create greater success in their life, whether it's through sharing my accumulated knowledge or perhaps opening up someone's or social networks, right? That's the first one that has kind of been shown to me as I've done what I've done on my own career path. The second passion that was shown to me was that creating something from nothing that helps other people is awesome, right? Especially with programming. Like with programming, you can make things that create real solutions where people just think that it's not possible. I love I love proving that it's possible with programming, right? So that's the second passion that was kind of revealed to me. And the third one is that, oh my gosh, I just lost track of my notes. Sorry, here we go. So the third one, duh, hello, I already know this. The third passion is digital marketing. Because when I first got started in that, I saw how my friends and family who had brick and mortar businesses, I felt like they were just hemorrhaging money to people who said that they were going to help them get results, and then like no results were made, or like the results weren't exactly what they were looking for. And so I wanted to be able to teach people, hey, it's not that hard. You can do it yourself. You can teach someone to do it for you. Um, just all kinds of things like that, right? So that became a passion because I learned so much from my own business, but it also made me realize digital marketing, social media marketing, these types of things are essential for anyone. It doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur or an employee. Knowing how to leverage the different platforms for like what they're meant for and how to leverage them in ways to get you to be seen by more people, that's how you're going to attract the social network, the business network, the all kinds of awesome and wonderful connections through social media, right? And I'm not going to get into the debate about whether social media is good or bad. It's just what things are, right? So that's my third passion. And how do all these fit together? Well, as I've said, over the years, I found that I really enjoy making tech things easy for people. And with what happened in 2020, it was like just this light bulb just went off or went on, rather. And so, with so many companies going to remote, I thought, how wonderful would it be if you were introduced to a new skill set that would help you potentially change careers into something that would help you better align with your financial or some other personal goal. Programming isn't just for securing a corporate job. It opens up so many possibilities. Like the realm of possibilities are endless for creating solutions for your own needs, as well as potentially having some side gigs with which you are paid for your time, for your knowledge, for your expertise to find solutions for others, because that's what an entrepreneur does, right? And so that's why I finally brought my boot camp to life. Now, I have been teaching this for over 7 years when I was working at Cisco. I have been doing it over and over and over again, but it's a completely different ball game out here when when I have time to make sure that you have time to implement and time to have questions and are able to, get your code. I'm sorry, get your hands in the code and actually do the work. Because one of the greatest things that I took away from college, which you do not have to have a degree to be successful in this, but one of the things I took away from college is that it allowed me to condense my time down so that way I could like really hone in on how to think like a programmer, and how to make code more efficient and how to make it better for the next person. But in outside of the college life, most people don't have the time to spend however many hours I spent in the computer lab, in college. And so that's one of the things I love about doing things like this boot camp is I'm breaking down that time frame. I'm breaking and making sure that you get your questions answered and that you understand it and have opportunities to actually create a stronger neural connection. So that way it becomes more closer to second nature than this new thing that's kind of hard because it's new and you're not really sure about it, right? So this boot camp is totally for you if you're looking to just dip your toe into the world of programming. Whether you're looking for a full career change or just a chance to make the world a little bit better. Like, I believe the pronunciation of his name is Hazik Kazi. He is from India, and at 11 years old, he was able to create a prototype, which means not just software development, not just software programming, but he actually had a physical prototype of something called Irvis, ERV as in Victor IS. It was his invention to clean plastic from the ocean's surface. And if he can do that at 11, what can you do, right? So here's what you'll get in my bootcamp when you go to processheart.com, Python-bootcamp, and I totally, totally forgot to cue this up in my OBS. So one moment, please. So if you go to prosperousheart.com/bootcamp, then here we go. Good. Awesome. So this is my website. You'll see some more information about it. When the doors are closing on it, you can immediately book your seat by clicking here and find the price. But otherwise, you can learn a little bit more about what I plan to share and a little bit more about me if maybe this is the first time you've actually seen me pop up in your feed. You can read a few pieces of feedback from people I have either worked with or taught in one of my classes. And then, of course, the all the bootcamp details. So why you should learn how to code. I've kind of already shared this a bit, but there are so many things you can do once you know how to learn even just one programming language, right? Because once you know one, they're all really similar. They really are. Now, some of them are more meant for like web development. Some of them are more meant for database development, but they're all still very similar. So in this bootcamp, they're going to focus on the Python basics, simply because it is known as the beginner's language for a reason. I feel like it is a great first step into learning how to be a developer or how to improve your skills. Maybe if you've never used Python before, and of course, I shared here some of the world-class software companies that actually use Python in their own products and systems. So lots of them there that you can go check out. Now, what's included in this bootcamp? Again, this is going to be 3 weeks long, plus a couple of bonuses that you're going to get here. And this is going to take you through different phases of the process. So as you learn certain pieces of the foundational portions of Python programming, I'm going to give you time to actually implement. I'm going to give you some implementation work. Some people might call it homework. I call it implementation because, again, when you are learning something new, you are starting to create new neural connections. As neural connections fire together, they start to wire together. And as that starts to become a stronger connection, things become second nature to you. They become easier to you, right? They become something that just you're fly by and you're done. So you're going to learn how to, easily understand how to code in Python. We're going to build your confidence so that you have, because we're going to build a solid foundation of what will jumpstart your software developer journey, because I'm going to share with you things like GitHub and some other tools that you will likely come across in the corporate America world anyway, and create a way for you to create a way for you to find and solidify new connections along your journey through a professional network. So I'm going to share some ways to find people that you are looking to connect with, or perhaps find a job from, or whatever the case may be. Now, the dates and times of these things, everything is going to be recorded. So if you can't attend live, that's okay. There will be plenty of opportunity for you to ask questions and get feedback. But the live sessions are December 12th, 19th, and 26th. I am going to have one session before this first one to make sure that you are set up. I don't want to take up the valuable time of the whole class, just to make sure that you are set up. So I have time ahead of time. I will also have some specific trainings on how to install Python for you once you join, and it'll be in a special group, which leads me to bonus number 1, which is that Facebook group for prosperous heart developers or programmers with prosperous hearts. So it's digital community and resource hub with training and other information to help you, again, get a better solid foundation of Python, but also suggestions on how to improve your code, because we can always improve. There is no one right way to code. I promise there's no one right way to code. And then, of course, the second one is access to my community on Discord, because if you haven't had the pain yet of being shut down by a platform and not being able to reply to somebody or like a post or whatever the case may be, Discord is a great opportunity to do that. And it's absolutely free. There are some things called, I think it's Nitro Boost, that allow you to have some really great stuff as part of a community. And so you can basically build your list. And in business, it's all about building your list, right? So I am building my Discord server community to help you do 2 things. Well, at least right now, 2 things. 1, digital marketing, because everybody should know how to do digital marketing. And 2, those who want to learn Python development. So that is bonus number 1, is access to those 2 communities. And bonus number 2 is a very special session on digital marketing for job searching, right? Because there's a lot of people right now who are looking for jobs that pay better, for lack of a better term, that pay better, that give them a better quality of life, right? Not everybody wants to be a billionaire. Some people just want to be able to, have a secure job, and that's wonderful. And, whatever your dream is, that's a wonderful dream. I really feel like programming can help you achieve that or allow you to find another way to achieve whatever it is that you're looking for. So there you have it. That is what my bootcamp is all about and what you will get once you go to the prosperousheart.com/Python bootcamp. I think it's not this URL, might be the next one. So that is that. Let me make sure I've covered all the topics. Cool, cool. Yeah. So last thing I want to share is that since I did the very first round outside of corporate America recently, we're wrapping up here shortly. I think week 3 is this Saturday, in fact. I asked my students, I was like, hey, if you could give 3 reasons to sign up for my boot camp, which ones would you pick? Or which ones would you say that those reasons would be? And the first one was that I am a great instructor. So first of all, if my students are watching this, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. But that was the first thing, is that I'm a great instructor. The second is that the material is interactive. And as I said before, I really want to empower you for success. So there's not going to always be the opportunity to get your questions answered. So if you can have an interactive environment where you can test things out without actually breaking anything, wouldn't that be awesome? That's what my training material does. It gives you the ability to be interactive. It is intended to get you thinking about different ways of how things work, or why something might be breaking, or how to even know how to fix that break, right? And then the third thing that I've received so far for feedback is that it's helped sharpen their skills. Now, this particular person has already taken some Python classes, and this was coming from, hey, I have some knowledge already. So what I've been able to share has helped him sharpen his skills. And so that was pretty awesome. So that's what I wanted to share today. So if you're looking to have Python programming as a new skill, I'm going to be covering the basics of what you need to know in my upcoming bootcamp. Again, doors are now open for the next round, and the price goes up at the end of the week, December 5th. To be exact. And do you need a degree to be successful in software development or get a job in software development? No. Do you need to be technical to learn how to code? No. Programming can be totally easy, and I would love to show you how. So again, get all the details and secure your spot today over at prosperousheart.com/Python bootcamp, whenever that URL comes back through. So with all the industries and opportunities available, I've done a video on this before. So if you'd like to know, let me know down below and I'll send that link to you. But with all the industries that actually use Python and all the things that are leveraging it to create some amazing, amazing, cool tech, right? Consider adding Python programming to your skill set today. And last but not least, fun fact for the day, because I was curious if there was something special about today. I'm sorry, in what's happening in 3 days when the price goes up for this bootcamp. So on December 5th, 1969, the 4-node Arpanet network was established. Now, if you don't know what Arpanet is, Arpanet stands for, in full, Advanced Research Projects Agency Network. This was was an experimental computer network that was the forerunner of the internet. Its initial purpose was to link computers at the Pentagon-funded research institutions over telephone lines. So thought that was super awesome. Totally not even planned, but I thought it was also a really cool tip, or I'm sorry, not tip, a historical point, because this ARPANET thing could not have been done without software engineering, i.e. software development, i.e. programming, i.e. coding, whatever you want to call it. December 5th, and 3 days from now, in 1969, was the day that ARPANET was officially established. So that's what I want to share today. Thank you so much. Hope you have a wonderful and prosperous rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.